Mr. Chairman, we're ready to go.
Okay. All right, everyone, this is the Professional Service Committee meeting for February 17th, 2022. We will begin as normal with a roll call.
Unmute. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Tharp Gilliam. Mr. Jack Shea. Corey O'Connor.
Here.
Sylvia Wilson.
Here. Okay, thank you. I'm assuming looking at our agenda that we don't have information items today, correct?
That is correct.
All right, thank you. All right, then we're going to move right into the business, the action items. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items up to be approved today. The first is a motion to approve a short list for the miscellaneous tank demolition and replacement project. And this is from the on-call category, wastewater plant process. Okay, Arletta, I'm passing it on to you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. There's so much to talk about with this one, what is small but not small piece of work. And just pointing out for the committee that these first two items are approval of shortlists that were derived from previous shortlists that you had approved. This one, I'm going to turn over to the storied and fabled director of engineering and construction, who's being honored this week, Kim Kempley.
Thank you, Arletta. So this is just like the title says, we've got some tanks around the plant that we don't need anymore. Some of them we really just don't need forever, and then some are just need to be resized. It's a defoaming tank, a heating oil tank, and then the heating oil tank is just way too big and we don't use as much anymore. It just needs to be resized. And then we have a truck diesel tank. In addition to designing the plans and specs to get rid of them, then there's also the regulatory component to decommission them. So that's what the RFP will be associated with for cleaning up the plant site a little bit and getting rid of these things we don't need anymore.
Okay, thank you. I see that there were 6 firms that were considered, and we now have a short list of 3.
We have a short list of 3, correct?
Sure. Corey, do you have any questions or comments?
I do not. Motion to approve.
And I guess I will second it. All in favor? Aye. Okay. Our next item is a motion to approve this following short list. It's for contract 1756. And this also from the on-call for construction management services for shallow cut interceptor inspection. Arletta?
Sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Yep.
Can't wait to hear about it. We will not delay. Director of Regional Conveyance, Michael, please share with them what this work covers.
Correct. Thank you, Arletta, Madam Chair. Yeah, we're going to be inspecting a good portion of our lower Chartiers Creek Interceptor and the upper Allegheny Interceptors. It's about 46,000 feet of shallow cut interceptor, or 8.7 miles. We need a construction manager to oversee this construction work or this inspection work. So we ended up, again, we used the on-call list that was previously approved. We shortlisted down to 3 firms. There were 4 people who graded the firms. I think one of the things people were looking for was capability locally for inspection services, because this work, sometimes the contractor, this work is very weather dependent, and it's good to have your inspection staff close, such that if the contractor calls off, we don't have to, have them drive back to Youngstown or something. So that this is a recommended short list. Cosmos and DLZ are both MBEs. Larson Design Group was in there because they had a good inspection capability, and that was the recommendation. Anybody has any questions? There's a memo in there as well.
Motion to approve.
Okay, I second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, motion has carried. Item C is a motion to recommend modification of the service authorization 309 for WRA to prepare contract documents and support services through bidding and construction for additional repairs associated with the O&M building water leaks. And this will, it's going to cost us $48,000. Arletta?
That is correct. So I would point out for the committee that these next four are a continuation and extension of services that have been previously awarded by the board, work that has been and is being performed by the consultant. This one, as you pointed out, has a fee associated with it, but watch out for the next three. It's just flat line all the way. So as we've come back to the plant to deal with leaks in the O&M building, I will turn this one over to Kim again.
Thank you, Arletta. WRA has helped us for a couple years now identifying and putting together contract plans and specs for some leaks in the O&M building, which is where I sit. That contract finished in 2021 and we were able to close it out. But in the process of doing that work, we identified some additional problems. And rather than, they need to be investigated and designed. So we closed out the original O&M building leaks construction contract. And this is for identifying the one that we found during construction that needs some additional investigation. So this fee is the whole fee. So that'll be to put together the plans and specs, help us through bidding, and then get us through construction phase services. And then that should end our issues over here with this building.
Okay, thank you. Corey?
Yeah, no questions. Thank you. Thank you, Director, for being so blunt and to the point as well. So motion to approve.
Nice second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Item D. And as Arletta already pointed out, the next three items have no cost. That actually is no cost of any of the next three, but it is obviously a modification of work that has to be done. So in item D, we're recommending the modification of service authorization 339 for JMT. They're extending this amount of services needed to, which is associated with the Sawmill Run lining project, sewer rehabilitation design services. And this work will continue through August 31st of 2022. Arletta?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Michael, take it away.
Thank you very much. Yeah, this one, we have to extend, firstly, because we ended up rebidding the project. That happened early on, and then we got delayed significantly by permits with DEP. So that sort of extended the construction date of the contract. That is a $10 million project down in Lower Sawmill Run. It's ongoing right now. If you want to go over and see something exciting, go ahead. But yeah, we're lining about 16,000 feet of Interceptor, 42 and 48 inch diameter. And this is basically just to extend JMTs. They support us with design phase services during construction. They'll review things like liner thickness calculations and bypass pumping setups. So this is basically just a no cost extension to get them through August. We think that's going to be the date where the contract finally wraps up.
Okay, thank you. Corey?
Motion to approve.
Okay, I second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Item E is a motion to recommend modification of the service again for this time for 362 for Arcadis to extend their work, which is associated with the construction management services for contract 1719 the miscellaneous sewer improvements, and this will go through the end of April of this year.
Madam Chair, Mike again.
Thank you. Thank you, Arletta, Madam Chair. This contract is basically finished. We just have to go through the basically closeout process of the contract. There were some delays associated with a flap gate, believe it or not. Material are difficult to come by these days. So we are just extending it so that Arcadis can close out the contract.
Okay, thank you.
Motion to approve.
Okay, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Item F, a motion to recommend the modification service this time for $370 for T2 utility engineers. And this is for an additional 1 year. Again, no extension of cost. And this is to continue their work associated with the underground utility locating services. Arletta.
Mike, take us home.
Thank you, Arletta, Madam Chair. This is the second year option of a 3-year option period. We base it, or a 1 year base and 2 1 year option periods. This is the second year. There'll be no cost associated with it, as we project the cost will not exceed the $950,000 originally authorized. They've been doing a pretty good job for us, marking our utilities, responding to design one calls, responded to all the tickets that come in. There's a couple thousand tickets that were received March through December of last year. So this is just basically to extend T2's effort for the second year.
Okay, thank you. Corey,
Motion to approve.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, thank you. And for anyone who might be new watching this, the Professional Services Committee reviews these to be presented to the full board to be approved finally at the board meeting. So this is just to allow us to have this on the agenda for next week. All right. Any new business whatsoever?
No, but
Not
thank
at
you
all.
for that clarification.
Certainly. That's in case we had some new people watching. It could
Well
happen.
done.
It could happen. It could happen.
Absolutely.
Our viewing audience is just
That's exactly
growing by
right.
the
That's
days, I think.
exactly
Yes.
by the day. That's right. All righty. Well, then, folks, we will be adjourning. Our next professional services meeting will be March the 10th.
All right.
So
Thank you, Madam
everyone,
Chair.
take it easy. Be safe the rest of your day.